All right, everybody, we need everybody in your seats. Everybody in your seats, please. Alrighty, graduates, after the year of the last 15 months that we've all had, how about you give yourselves a round of applause just for being here tonight? This is without a doubt a different version of the program than we've ever held before, but it nonetheless is still very much a reason to celebrate because we are here to celebrate you. But to bring us into the right spirit of the program, I'm going to ask one of your classmates, Mr. Jason Scott, to come forth and give us Lift Every Voice and Sing. However, due to COVID protocols, we will not be singing. He will be playing. All right, so Jason Scott, please. And would everybody please stand? Everybody please stand. Thank you, thank you. You might all be seated, please. At this time, we will have a very brief welcome video with remarks from Vanderbilt's 9th Chancellor, Daniel Diemeyer.
Congratulations, and welcome to the celebration of Vanderbilt's class of 2021. Today, we recognize your remarkable achievements and your unique contribution to Vanderbilt's vibrant culture. I'm excited to honor this rite of passage with all of you as the next phase of your journey in the world begins. The past year has been particularly difficult and painful for Vanderbilt's Black community in the face of racial violence and social injustice we have seen over the past year and continue to witness. This year was hard, but we know the issues brought to the forefront recently have existed for centuries. Some of the most important work we must do as a university is to use our resources, our research, and our strength as community to consistently work for justice and progress. Together with you, our new alumni, we must continue constantly to pursue this essential work. As Vanderbilt graduates and educated citizens of the world, it is urgent that we draw on the values of learning and discovery to address this moral crisis around racial prejudice and inequality. Congratulations again to our newest graduates. I wish you great joy and success on the path ahead.
Good evening. I will go ahead and get us officially started in tonight's program. For those who do not know me, all of you in the crowd know me, but for the folks online, I am Dr. Roosevelt Noble. I'm the Assistant Dean of Residential Colleges. I'm the Director of the Bishop Joseph Johnson Black Cultural Center. I'm a faculty head of Stanball. Have a teaching appointment now in AADS as well as sociology. So my business card is 4x6. If you based on all the things you just heard me read, I have a very large number of titles. One of the things I want to officially welcome you to what is the 25th edition of this program. This is the longest standing identity recognition ceremony on our campus. It is actually one of the longest in the Southeastern Conference. The program first started in 1995, and our esteemed president of the Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni, who you'll hear from later, was actually a participant in that program, not to give away her age, but she was a participant in the program that we had in 1995. Over the years, this program has actually grown from a small gathering of roughly 30 people in Surratt Cinema. The very first one of these ceremonies was 30 people in Surratt Cinema. The last time we held this live and in person, we were in Langford Auditorium, and it was we clearly violated the fire code because it was standing room only, right? So it had grown to that level of significance. Despite the fact that this year's ceremony will nonetheless be different by the fact that this is the first time that we are indeed outdoors, and the first time that we don't have everybody from the village. Part of what makes this program special is that we celebrate with our village being our families, being our other classmates, being faculty, being staff. But tonight we're celebrating with one component of our village, which is your other classmates. I will tell you that I was fortunate to participate in this program in 1998 as an undergrad and in 2003 as a graduate student. And I must say that given all of the assaults that we see on matters of equity, diversity, and inclusion happening right now. When we think about the assaults on the rights of those in our LGBTQI community, when we think about banning teaching such as critical race theory, when we think about all these things, I think it's just a matter of time before somebody asks the question, why do we still have Black graduate recognition ceremonies, right? And as I prepare to answer that question, part of my answer will point to the fact that ceremonies like this give our graduates their own brief moment in the spotlight to celebrate their collective accomplishments. Part of my answer will also speak to the manner in which this is an intimate program where the village gets to celebrate. An even greater part of my answer will point to the fact that when you graduate from a historically white institution, private, in the South, it just means more. The level of barriers and insurmountable obstacles that you all have to reach to make it to this point, it deserves celebrating. And when I think about the seasonal and systematic obstacles that you've had to overcome, I can say, you can say, we can say, still I rise. To put your persistence in perspective nationally, still I rise when a 2020 CDC study reported that despite representing 12% of the US population, African Americans represent 34% of those who died via COVID. My grandmother was one of them. Still I rise when in the 22 days of the Derek Chauvin trial, the police across America killed on average 3 people per day, including 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant almost exactly as the verdict was being read. Still I rise when, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate for people aged 20 to 24, your age group, in the first quarter of 2021 was 9.2% for whites and 16.1% for blacks. Still I rise when, according to data published by the Bureau of Justice Statistics, a black male born in 2000, which is roughly the time when most of you were born, has a 32% chance of going to prison at some point in your lifetime. Still I rise when, according to the most recent data by the National Center of Education Statistics, only 29% of blacks aged 25 to 29 have at least a bachelor's degree. But here you stand. Still I rise when you look beyond the statistics and you assess the qualitative narrative of simply what it means to be black in America. And you can see that activities like holding a business meeting in your local Starbucks can get you arrested for suspicious behavior. You see that activities like taking a nap in the common room of your dorm at Yale University will get you waken up by the police and asked to see your ID. You realize that bird watching in Central Park can result in a stranger weaponizing their whiteness by placing a fake call and saying that you assaulted them. Shifting focus even closer to home. Still I rise when in 2017, right before you came here, your own university changed the name of Confederate Memorial Hall to Memorial Hall. Still I rise when you can be a student at Vanderbilt for 4 years and not have a professor who looks like you. Still, I rise when the combination of Gen Chem in calculus first semester stole your pre-med dream and forced many of you to question whether or not you had the academic intelligence and fortitude to actually persist at this institution. Still, I rise when despite not having privileged access to things like test banks, you still graduate with the same as impressive accomplishments, credentials, and future plans as your classmates. Still, I rise when in a matter of 24 hours, you will have your degree officially conferred, and you will join the ranks of over 200,000 folks in this world who can say they're alumni of Vanderbilt University, and less than 4% of them are Black. Still, you rise. So tomorrow, when you think about all the obstacles that you've had to rise through and persist through, and all the odds that you have to defeat to reach this point, I want you to rise a little differently. I want you to do it with purpose when you rise tomorrow. Do it with pride. Do it with intentionality. Do it with the weight of the ancestors lifting you up. Do it for Breonna Taylor. Do it for that little Black boy growing up in poverty who needs a reason to dream. Do it for the grandmas who prayed and the daddies who stayed. Do it for the dining worker who fed you when you didn't have meal money. Do it with your head held high and your eyes on the prize. Do it with reverence and honor to our history. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a Black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the hopes and the dreams of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. All of you guys, I wanted you to know that I'm tremendously proud of the accomplishments that all of you have achieved. You are my babies, essentially. Even though you're all grown, I say you're my babies because you started at Vanderbilt when I started as a director of the Bishop Joseph Johnson Black Cultural Center. And in a lot of ways, you're my class. You're my favorite class. I've never said that to anybody else. Anybody else that heard me say that, they would be lying. 2021 is my favorite class because you are the class that I got to go through and experience so much stuff with so many of you, and I'm tremendously proud of the opportunity that I have to be here with you tonight to celebrate with you. Despite the fact that Corona and COVID stole part of the village, we still have enough people here to celebrate. So without further ado, I do want to bring forward Ms. Felicia Bird, who is the Associate Director of the Bishop Joseph Johnson Black Cultural Center, and we will begin our presentations of the Harambe Awards.
So Dr. Noble gets to say that he's the person that everyone knows, and I get to say I'm the person no one knows. So congratulations to the class of 2021. I'm very glad that I did get to come and serve as the associate director before you left so that I could also partake in Dr. Noble's favorite class. So I guess I'll go on and say you all will be my favorite since you're my first class too, okay? So we'll do that. So I'm here to present the Harambe Awards for this evening. And since our familial village isn't here, when I announce these winners, can you all celebrate like the village for me? To give them that love and support as if their family was here, because we know that they're watching online and they're giving all this love. So I need you all to make sure that you're the village this afternoon for all of your peers, okay? So the first award that I'm going to announce is the Dr. Tommy Morton Young Award for Community Service. And here is what this recipient had to say about her work. Without community service, we would not have a strong quality of life. It's important to the person who serves as well as the recipient. It's the way in which we ourselves grow and develop. That's a quote from Dorothy I. Height. Dr. Height's quote is something that has resonated with me as I reflect on my time at Vanderbilt. My community service work with Vanderbilt's NAACP has helped me form into the person I am supposed to become. My sophomore year is when I formally joined the Community Service Committee and started going to Sisters United. an outreach program for girls of color at local high schools. This mentorship allowed me to help instill values of self-worth, capacity, and love in these young women. At the end of the sophomore year, we had to end the Sisters United program due to how expensive lifts were. I decided that community outreach was still something that we needed, and as the new co-chair of the Community Service Committee, I utilized the community I had formed and found Bus Stop Strong through Fisk students. This program serves students living in Andrew Jackson courts by providing their parents with free after-school care. Here, we have been able to help K-7 students with homework and improving their reading, as well as showing them how they are loved and valued. This program showed me firsthand what the power of simply showing up can do. Over the past 2 years, NAACP has helped Bus Stop Strong throw holiday parties, purchase Christmas gifts and clothing for students, and we are currently working on establishing community partnerships so that these students have the opportunity to have experiences that typically aren't granted to them. Outside of this work in the Nashville community, I have helped the NAACP do community service on Vanderbilt's campus. We work with students across campus to donate 200 pounds of food to Second Harvest Food Bank prior to the pandemic, and we did semesterly clothing drives to help students thin out their wardrobes and donate to those in need. We partnered with Vanderbilt Prison Project to write letters to Centoya Brown when she was having her hearing on if she would be released from prison. We partnered with the Indigenous Scholars Organization to have a discussion on what it meant to be multiracial with Black and Indigenous identities. Each of these events allowed Vanderbilt community members to practice empathy and build a community. This statement was supposed to be about what I have done to help Black student organizations achieve their outreach objectives, but I recognize that I could not have done this alone. When I worked alone, I failed at outreach, but when I worked with my community, our service initiatives were successful. If I am to receive this award, I want to not only receive it for me, but also for the community I've built and served with. So it is my honor to award our 2021 Dr. Tommy Morton Young Award for Community Service to Madison Edwards. Village. The next award is the Dr. Dorothy Wingfield Phillips Award for Leadership. Here's what this nominee had to say about themselves. Throughout my 4 years, I have witnessed my leadership skills uncover themselves as I have grown into the leader I want to be. Within the first month of my freshman year, my leadership skills were showcased as I was promoted from student worker to student manager at Rand Dining Hall, a result of my ease with customer service and display of tactfulness. I took it upon myself as student manager to check in on colleagues and pick up extra shifts when help was needed. Additionally, I acted as a liaison between the students and non-student staff and managers. My work inside Rand was just as important as the care that operated outside of the dining hall. In accordance with my identity, I acted as a representative for those who are not in the majority, specifically within VUSEP. My position as selections co-chair enabled me to provide a different perspective to the selections process by pointing out implicit biases and encouraging recruitment from underrepresented communities on campus. Furthermore, being a student VUSEPter displays my engagement with both faculty and students, as the position focuses on the leadership and personal development of another vulnerable population, first-year students. Within the Caribbean Student Association, I facilitated campus-wide involvement through educational initiatives, such as our back chats where we discuss topics pertinent to the Caribbean community in collaboration with non-Caribbean and non-Black organizations. My creativity towards educational initiatives curated a cultural and intellectual exchange of information about the Caribbean that is often forgotten, allowing CSA to expand its outreach. These organizations became my community. My work in CSA affirmed my identity and helped create safe spaces for people who identify as Caribbean or are interested in Caribbean culture. One of the hallmarks of being a student leader is creating these spaces that empower others through culture, community, and education. My experiences as a student leader in these organizations emboldened me to be a change agent and ensure Vanderbilt's campus culture is one of advocacy, care, and respect. Maya Angelou's quote, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty," accurately depicts my time at Vanderbilt of a journey filled with resiliency and empowerment. The legacy I hope my leadership leaves on the Vanderbilt community includes a sense of vulnerability and determination, as we all have the capability to surpass trials and tribulations we come across, while keeping in mind the accomplishments we make are great and worth recognition. Ultimately, I could not be the leader I am today without the communities of people I encountered through my time at Vanderbilt. And to this recipient, we are so grateful to your leadership. So our 2021 Dr. Dorothy Wingfield Phillips Award for Leadership is awarded to Ms. Carrie Raymond. The next award is the Perry Wallace Award for Athletic Achievement. Being an athlete is hard. Being a Black athlete is harder. Trying to navigate between an athlete and a student, well, that's a whole other hurdle. But we are fortunate to have a graduate that has been able to be and do all of those things. Miss Olivia Simmons is a Vanderbilt women's soccer player from Rockledge, Florida. She is graduating with a degree in medicine, health, and society. During her time at Vandy, Ms. Simmons was able to establish herself as a starting athlete. As a freshman, she received 2 SEC Freshman of the Week honors, and by her senior year, she was counted on to make the shot when others couldn't, resulting in victories against Kentucky and Texas A&M. In addition to her passion on the field, she was also active within her community of Black athletes. She is co-founder of the Black Students Athlete Group, a student-led initiative to make sure Black student athletes have a voice. Within their first year, they organized Vanderbilt's largest voter registration drive, in addition to advocating for additional Black sports psychologists and numerous community service projects. Her legacy will not only exist in the field, but also within the legacy of our community. Please join me in honoring our 2021 Perry Wallace Award for Athletic Achievement to Ms. Olivia Simmons.
All right, we have to do a quick tag team. We have 2 additional awards. These are the 2 that unfortunately were not voted on by students, but their staff collectively always get together and decide. One of the awards that we pass out not every year, but one of the awards we pass out when deemed necessary is named in honor of Reverend Walter R. Murray. Walter Murray was an alum who graduated from Vanderbilt in 1970. And one of the things he was known for was being a big advocate for building bridges across communities, mentorship, as well as strengthening the Black community. Tonight's recipient has helped the work of the BCC in more ways than they will ever know. One of my primary goals I mentioned when I first started as the director of the BCC was to bring the soul and energy of the students back into the building. Without you there, it's just a nice, pretty museum, okay? And so one of the things that I set in my first year was some structural goals to flip the building, remodel some things, but one of my main goals, again, was to bring in students. From the very first day that I met the recipient of tonight's award, she has been tremendously instrumental in helping me to bring students into the fold of the work that we do at the center. The first time I met her, I gave her a tour of the center, and right at the end of the tour, she turned to me and said, "You need some recruiters." And I thought, this is an 18-year-old kid telling me I need some recruiters. But I didn't know what that phrase would turn out to be. She went on to become an ambassador for the BCC for the next 4 years. In addition to that, and through that role, she went on to perform countless tours with groups as well as individuals. I still remember when one of my line brothers, who happens to be a member of the Vanderbilt Board of Trust, called me and said, "Hey, my daughter's a sophomore. She's thinking about coming to Vanderbilt for a tour. Is there a student that you can set up to take her around?" I contacted this person and said, "Hey, would you mind taking this student around?" And that particular student actually will be a student here in the fall. So apparently she did a great job in terms of selling Vanderbilt. One of the things, in addition to that, she's always been very active within all of our first year classes. One of my favorite videos was something that we did in the fall of 2019 when in front of Stambaugh, when we have the Common Bonds event, where we are doing the Cupid Shuffle. There's about 150 black kids in front of Stambaugh, scaring all the white people. And one of my favorite videos is Nana and this person doing a Cupid Shuffle with all these first year students. This fall, when our first year students were complaining about not really knowing any upper class students because of the COVID-19 restrictions. So around October, I put out a call and said, "Hey, upper class students, anybody want to come to dinner with some of these first year students to kind of at least let them know that you exist?" She was the first person to volunteer to do that, and I think she did it multiple times. This past year, I did senior class interviews where I've interviewed probably 25 of you that are in this room. Her name came up several times. It came up when I asked people, describe the significance of the BCC in your experience at Vanderbilt. And a number of people started off their story with, "Well, when Emily brought me here," right? And that that came up so many times, and I've shared this with her privately many times over, and I'll share it tonight as publicly as possible. When I started at the BCC, I had a 5-year plan of things we wanted to try to make happen. A big part of that was students being in the building, and she helped us tremendously in that regard. So without further ado, I want to recognize the 2021 recipient of the Walter R. Murray Bridge Builder Award, Ms. Emily Cooper. And I told Emily earlier that she actually made me change my whole outfit that I was planning to wear for today, because she came by the BCC yesterday and gave me these alpha cufflinks, so I had to put on a shirt that required cufflinks, so 06. Our next award, this is our last award. This award is the Outstanding Faculty, Administrator, or Staff. It is named in the honor of Dr. Jimmy Franklin. This award is given annually by the BCC to the faculty, administrator, or staff who has helped support and enhance the Black experience at Vanderbilt. In this regard, tonight's recipient has been a true accomplice. You as students do not always see the battles, the fights that Black faculty and staff have to do for you behind closed doors. I will tell you, there's almost not a day that goes by that I'm not called into some fight or some battle or something that's dealing with something that impacts our Black students. And this person is always right there doing it too. It's tiring, it is stressful. There's a reason we call it the Black tax in higher education. Tonight's accomplice has shown versatility in supporting our Black students, faculty, and staff at Vanderbilt. At every critical juncture of your experience these past 4 years, this person has reached out with the same question: how can I help? For instance, Last spring, when Vanderbilt abruptly sent everybody home, and there were some students still on campus who couldn't get home quite as quickly enough and had food issues, she went shopping and brought groceries to the BCC and said, this is for any students who come by who need food. For instance, this past February, when we had a couple of days of real winter weather, I'm from the Chicago area, so I can say we finally had real winter weather in Nashville. But when we had food issues on campus, again, she reached out and said, how can I help? I think at this point, tonight's recipient may be realizing that I tricked her into showing up. Not surprisingly, it was a relatively easy task to trick her. All I simply, given her given spirit and caring and genuine nature in support of not only our students, but our faculty and staff, I sent her one simple text message and said, hey, can you help us as a volunteer worker during the Black Grass ceremony? And she wrote back promptly and instantly, what can I do? I'm there. To keep the secret, I actually had to put her to work when she got here today. So she got here early. She helped put brochures on the chairs. She helped rearrange the labels on the seats to make sure that, again, also part of keeping the rules was, if you're looking in the program, the Jimmy Franklin Award, it may say it goes to an outstanding administrator or staff. I intentionally left the word faculty off because I didn't want to blow the cover. Tonight's recipient, let me give you a few more formal facts about her. Dr. Claudine Taft is She's a senior lecturer in African American Diaspora Studies at Vanderbilt University. She's an ethnographer who engages critical qualitative methods in her work with African American girls. Specifically, her research is centered in examining the ways in which Black girls who are constructed as at risk negotiate spaces of decision-making, identity, and community building using the creative arts. In her work with Black girls, Dr. Taft focuses on the use of photography and performance text in the creation and documentation of the stories Black girls tell about their lives in school. Dr. Taft considers her work with Black girls to be a purposeful attempt to broaden the aperture into Black girlhood studies and education by being intentionally inclusive of a Black girlhood that matters. She is currently working on her book project, Black Girl Gaze, a visual remembering of Black girlhood as an act of resistance. In 2018, she was a recipient of Vanderbilt University Center for Teaching Junior Faculty Award, or Fellowship, sorry about that. In addition, she's proudly served on the advisory council for the BCC for the past 3 years. She is a true accomplice for all things Black at Vanderbilt. In fact, I really feel like if I randomly called her and said, hey, I need bail money, she's gonna show up at the courthouse without asking any questions and just show up. We all need those kinds of friends, colleagues, advocates, and accomplices. Please join me in welcoming tonight's recipient of the 2021 Dr. Jimmy Franklin Award for Outstanding Faculty Administrator and Staff, Dr. Claudine Taft. She's crying, but she just told me, I'm gonna get you for this. I just want to know, I got 80 witnesses in this room. Next on our program, we will bring up Ms. Valerie Williams, class of 1995, and our current president of the Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni.
Good evening. This part of the graduating year is very special to me every year. As Rosabella said, you're the legacy of the class of 1995. And to give a little bit of background in history, the kente that you used back in 1995, you weren't allowed to wear adornments at graduation unless they were your family's coat of arms. And my class got together and made a plea to the Chancellor that the kente cloth was our coat of arms and that we should be allowed to wear them at graduation. And out of that, we were able to get kente for everyone in the graduating class. And now I see the beautiful black and gold ones. Ours were not that color, but I'm just so proud of the legacy. And seeing you out there today, know that all your village, I called on the class of '95 to virtually tune in to see them, to see y'all today in your wonderful endeavor. Class of 2021, what can I say but welcome from the Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni. Job well done. My name is Valerie Williams, and I am a member of the class of 1995, graduate of the College of Engineering, and I currently serve as the national president of the Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni. I am honored to represent and bring greetings from the over 7,000 members of the Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni worldwide. You have not let anything hold you back this year. You have walked the path that many of us have taken, and you have called this wonderful institution home for the past few years. Class of 2021, tomorrow you will join the ranks of all Vanderbilt alumni. You will join AVBA members who reside in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the District of Columbia. You will also find AVBA in 49 international countries. Class of 2021, wherever you go, please connect with your fellow Vanderbilt alums, no matter if it's the class of 1969 or the class of 2020. We are here to serve you. We're here to support you. We're here to be the network when you find your new home. I want to remind you that you all received an email today inviting you to a graduation party that we're throwing in your honor. The Association of Vanderbilt Black Alumni will have a virtual graduation party on Saturday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time until we finish. The last time we had one of them, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. So we will have a good time. We're spotlighting the class of 2021, so you will get your chance to be spotlighted during that time when you register and come to the party. I want to paraphrase a little bit of Maya Angelou's poem. Class of 2021, you have come into a daybreak that's marvelously clear. You have risen. Bringing the gifts that your ancestors gave, you are the dream and the hope of the slave. Class of 2021, you have risen. Congratulations.
All right, now it's for the fun part. This is when you get to participate. What we will do next, this is the presentation of the graduates. One slight modification from rehearsal, the virtual rehearsal. We will have you all stand as an entire row, and your row will swing over to the spots that we have. So pay attention to our ushers. Ushers, we have Dr. Otis McGresham, Rashard Peel, and Belisha Bird. So again, just as a reminder, graduates, when your name is called, you'll proceed across the stage to the X. Our photographer, Mr. Joe Howell, will take your photo. And again, give them a show right there. This is for you. This is your moment. Give them a show. We don't want everybody pictures just like this. All right? 4 to 2, whatever you got to do. Tabletops, Ivy Leagues, give them something to see, okay? All right, let's go ahead and we're going to bring up our MC. Our MC is Ms. Jaleisha Taylor Singleton. She's a proud member of the class of 2014, and she has been doing this program for about the last 6 years. So we'll bring up Ms. Jaleisha Singleton.
Good afternoon, y'all. It is a pleasure to be here with y'all. This mask just took off my earrings, so I'm gonna put that back on real quick. It's a pleasure to be here with y'all. This class of 2021, 7 years after my graduation, just, time flies. All right. So, ado, we will have our graduates go ahead and line up. Our first graduate this evening is Miss Ese Ohe O. Aikwele of Austell, Georgia. She is the daughter of Roger and Margaret Aikwele, getting her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health and Society and Cognitive Studies. She says she will be continuing her studies at UNC Chapel Hill, where she'll be earning a Master of Public Health. Ese Ohe. Ese Ohe O. Aikwele. Next, we have Colin C. Anderson of Daphne, Alabama. He is the son of Jennifer Anderson and Charlie Anderson, receiving his Bachelor of Arts in Communication of Science and Technology. Colin has accepted a management position at McMaster Carr in the Chicago area and plans on pursuing a master's degree at Kellogg School of Management. Colin C. Anderson. Got some confusion here. Let's fix this real quick. Okay. Next, we have Akene Deli Chukwu Agona Azuka of Cincinnati, Ohio. She is the daughter of Charles and Virginia Azuka and the granddaughter of Victoria and Uonye, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Cognitive Studies and Psychology. Beyond Vanderbilt, she will be a special project coordinator at Uncommon Schools in Newark, New Jersey. Akene Dili Chukwu Agana Azuka. Yeah, we're missing. Next, we have Jordan Elizabeth Michelle Baines of Memphis, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Latanya Anderson, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Law, History and Society, Political Science, and Sociology. She says, no matter where her life takes her or who tries to stop her, she guarantees that you will see her fighting for true social and legal justice for every human being. Jordan Elizabeth Michelle Baines. Next up, we have Sharonda Grace Beatty Adams of Cornelius, North Carolina. She will be receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Law, History, and Society. And Sharonda plans to attend law school to impact education and human rights policy. She will forever cherish the good times that we have shared and wishes love, success, and happiness for everyone. Sharonda Grace Beatty Adams. Next, we have Jordan Elizabeth Michelle. No, we don't, sorry. Next, we have Adebisi Khadija Bamidele of Powder Springs, Georgia. She is the daughter of Adebumi Bamidele and Isiaka Bamidele, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Molecular and Cellular Biology and Medicine, Health and Society. She plans to attend medical school in the fall with the hope of becoming a pediatrician in the future. Adebisi Khadija Bamidele. Next, we have Peyton Miles Boyd of Wildwood, Missouri. He is the son of Frank and Linnell Boyd, receiving his Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience and Medicine, Health, and Society. Peyton will be taking a gap year before entering a dual degree MD MPH graduate program. Before then, he hopes to take some time working as a patient care technician and pursue his passion for acting. Peyton Miles Boyd. Next, we have Nia Carter of Dallas, Texas. She is the daughter of Tina Carter, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Nia says, "Thank you to my parents and professors who have helped me get to where I am. I will always be grateful." Next stop, Mountain View. Nia Carter. Now we have Emily Marie Cooper of Florence, South Carolina. She is the daughter of Eric and Victoria Cooper, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. Emily will be relocating to Baltimore, Maryland, and attending Johns Hopkins to receive a master's in health. Next, we have Deshaun Lamar Dale of Clarksville, Tennessee. He is the son of Janice Dale, receiving his Bachelor of Arts in Physics. Deshaun says, "Don't worry, it will all work out." Deshaun Lamar Dale. Aaliyah Nicole Davis of Dallas, Texas. She is the daughter of Angie and Anthony Davis, receiving her Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. Aaliyah will be moving to Atlanta to begin her career at Deloitte. She says, "I have plans of furthering her education to obtain an MBA." Aaliyah Nicole Davis. Brianna Elise Davis of Lawrenceville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Jeffrey and Brenda Davis, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Brianna is beginning her career as a software engineer at Assurion in Virginia, while balancing her passion projects on the side. Brianna Elise Davis. Asada Singora Simone DeMyers of Jackson, Mississippi. She is the daughter of Kiana Foster, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in English. Asada will earn a Master's of Biological Sciences during her gap year before medical school. She aspires to become a pediatric surgeon while maintaining her interest in foreign languages and travel. Asada Singora Simone DeMeyer. Next, we have Madison H. Edwards of Clarksville, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Nicole and Richard Edwards, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Human and Organization Policy. Madison H. Edwards. Jamie Elise Fisher of East Point, Georgia. She is the daughter of Holly and William Fisher III, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Law, History, and Society. Jamie will be taking the next few years to gain work experience before ultimately pursuing law school. She is grateful for the lifelong relationships she made at the Vanderbilt and the BCC. Jamie Elise Fisher. Anissa G. Francis of Miami, Florida. She is the daughter of Sandra and George Francis, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. She says, I will be pursuing a master's degree at Vanderbilt under the MHS 4+1 program while continuing her research in cognitive ability for patients with a chemo brain at the Vanderbilt Psychiatric Center. Anissa G. Francis. Jillian Ariel Fuller of Chicago, Illinois. Daughter of Sharon and Paul Fuller, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Women and Gender Studies. Beyond Vanderbilt, Jillian will continue working and pursuing her creative endeavors. Jillian Ariel Fuller. Trinity E. Gore of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Jennifer Gore and Julius Gore, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies and Medicine, Health, and Society. Vanderbilt has taught her to be compassionate and flexible. Following graduation, she says she'll be working in Los Angeles for 1 year, after which she will be pursuing a law degree at Howard University. Trinity would like to say oop to her sorors. Trinity E. Gore. Asia J. Grant of Atlanta, Georgia. She is the daughter of Miriam and Rodney Grant, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in English. She'll be continuing her journey towards financial security and self-reliance as an officer in the U.S. Air Force. Asia J. Grant. Haley Ilana Jadina Gray of Loganville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Janet and Dell Gray, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Child Studies and Human and Organizational Development. Upon graduation, she'll be continuing her education as a graduate student in Vanderbilt's MPP Education Policy Program. Haley Ilana Jadina Gray. Next, we have Erin Aaliyah Hardnett of Conyers, Georgia. She is the daughter of Felicia and Charles Hardnett, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. After graduation, she will move out to Oregon to work at Nike World Headquarters in their Global Technology Rotational Program for 1.5 years, after which she will transition to a permanent role. Erin Aaliyah Hardnett. Hannah Marie Hickman of Rockledge, Florida. She is the daughter of Anthony and Sherelle Hickman, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Physics. She says, by the grace of God, I made it through, because Lord knows I could not have done it on my own. Hannah Marie Hickman. Jaren Riasone Honore of Sugar Hill, Georgia. She is the daughter of Daniel and Michelle Honore, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. She says, upon graduation, I plan on taking 1 year to travel and explore before attending law school. Jaren Riasone Honore. Lovis Jackson of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She is the daughter of Valencia Jackson, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. She'll be taking a gap year before enrolling in medical school. She says, I am grateful for the opportunities and experience I've had during undergraduate and extremely grateful for all the people I've met. Lovis Jackson. Next, we have Lauren Elaine Gaither of Centerville, Ohio. She is the daughter of Kimberly and Talmadge Gaither, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. Lauren is currently applying to medical school to matriculate in 2022. During her gap year, she will pursue a graduate degree at Vanderbilt University in MHS in the MHS 4+1 program. Lauren Elaine Gaither. Y'all got some impressive gap years here. Anthony Jamal John of Houston, Texas. He is the son of Doris Bell, receiving his Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. Anthony is currently still searching for a full-time placement and is keeping his options open. Anthony Jamal John. Cameron Paige Johnson of Franklin Park, New Jersey. She is the daughter of Curtis and Pamela Johnson, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Human and Organizational Development. She'll be pursuing a career in human resources and learning and development. Cameron Paige Johnson. Destiny Monet Johnson of Waycross, Georgia. She is the daughter of Donna and Keith Johnson, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. She says, if the pandemic taught me one thing, it's to stop worrying about the future and start cherishing what and who I have in the present. Bye-bye, Vandy. Destiny Monet Johnson. Landry Armand Johnson of Houston, Texas. He is the son of Angela and Lawrence Johnson, receiving his Bachelor of Science in Human and Organizational Development. He says, thank you to God, my family, and the friends that I've made at Vanderbilt for supporting me. I look forward to witnessing the greatness of what the Vanderbilt class of 2021 has yet to become. Landry Armand Johnson. Caitlin Hope Joshua of Madison, Mississippi. She is the daughter of Yulian Joshua and Yolanda Joshua, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society, and Economics. After graduation, she will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to pursue a PhD in sociology. She has loved her time at Vanderbilt and looks forward to continuing her education. Caitlin Hope Joshua. Jaden Max Ryan Jules of Durham, North Carolina. He is the son of Carlene Jules, receiving his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Beyond Vanderbilt, Jaden will be attending the University of Pennsylvania Graduate School of Education. Jaden Max Ryan Jules. Monica Lauren Kane of Cary, North Carolina. She is the daughter of Daryl and Beverly Kane, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Sociology. After graduation, Monica plans to pursue a career in the environmental field in Washington, D.C. Monica Lauren Kane. Jada Lynn Keith of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Clarence Keith, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. She says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Jada Lynn Keith. Melissa Efiakare Kumi of Snellville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Stephen Kumi and Margaret Kumi, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Molecular and Cellular Biology and Women and Gender Studies. Melissa is deciding between Brown, Columbia, and Stanford for her master's degree in pursuit of her long-term goal of becoming an infectious disease physician with a focus on global health. Melissa Efiakare Kumi. Princess Chinelo Mazagwu of Dallas, Texas. She is the daughter of Chinyere Mazagwu, receiving her Bachelor of Engineering in Engineering Science. After graduation, she'll be based in Atlanta, working at BlackRock, an asset management company. Princess Chinelo Mazagwu. Got some technical difficulties, so just forgive us for a moment. I'm going to go on to the next person here. We have Gianna Beatrice Miller of Lawrenceville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Jerlene and Richard Hoylett, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Her next steps are resting, then working in psychology research lab for 2 years in Atlanta. Following her research endeavors, she'll continue to pursue a PhD in clinical or forensic psychology. Gianna Beatrice Miller. Daniel Mativo of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Daniel is the son of Vivian and John Mativo, receiving his Bachelor of Science in Human and Organizational Development and English. Daniel will be moving to Atlanta to work as a consultant and will continue to pursue publication as a creative writer. Daniel Mativo. Eric Mitchell III of Atlanta, Georgia. He is the son of Kimberly Stabler and Eric Mitchell Jr., receiving his Bachelor of Arts in Communication of Science and Technology. Eric plans to return home to Atlanta and pursue a career in product management. Eric Mitchell III. Michael Amari Moore of Atlanta, Georgia. He is the son of Barbara and Marius Moore, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Political Science. Michael plans to return to Atlanta to do investment banking and help spread the knowledge I've learned from an elite institution like Vanderbilt to other kids who want to make an impact on their communities. Michael Amari Moore. Corey Moreland of Dallas, Texas. She is the daughter of Georgiana and Chris Moreland, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. After graduation, she plans to spend a few months resting, enjoying time with family, and working on creative projects. After that, she says she will take all that she's learned at Vanderbilt and join the workforce. Corey Moreland. Zoe Loren Mulrain of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Dana J. and Lauren Mulrain, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health and Society, and Spanish. Zoe is forever grateful to Vanderbilt for being a monumental stepping stone in her academic and professional career. Until we meet again, she says she is off to the University of Pennsylvania Law School. Zoe Loren Mulrain. Gabrielle A. Napper of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Ronald and Keisha Napper, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. She is honored to say she will be attending medical school in the fall, class of 2025. And she plans to go into either pediatric neurology, obstetrics, or obstetrics and obstetrics and gynecology. And she gives all glory to God. Gabrielle A. Napper. Nana Adeze Wunzapu of Washington, D.C. She is the daughter of Denise Wunzapu and John Wunzapu, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. She'll be moving to Atlanta to pursue her lifelong dream of becoming an actress while also working in an animal hospital as a veterinary assistant to continue following her passion for veterinary medicine. Nana Adeze Wunzapu. Aluatobi Mayan Odugunwa of Fayetteville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Anthony and Christiana Odugunwa, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Women and Gender Studies and Medicine, Health, and Society. She plans to continue work as an anti-bias editor for a year, then participate in a policy fellowship, then attend law school. They are looking forward to an impassioned and fulfilled life after Vanderbilt. Please forgive me. They, Oluwatobi Mayan Odugunwa. Nkemjika Michelle Onkukwa of Snellville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Prince and Amaka Onkukwa, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. During her time at Vanderbilt, she served as the president of 2 student organizations, held a research and work study position, and still had the time to make lifelong friendships and memories. Nkemjika Michelle Onkukwa. Paul Apakowarek of Charlotte, North Carolina. She is the daughter of Paul and Helen Apakowarek, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. Would attend East Tennessee State University to complete the ABSN program and become a neonatal nurse. The devil, aka Vandy, works hard, but the Lord works harder. All glory and honor be unto him. Paul Apakowarek. Jonah Allen Payne of St. Louis, Missouri. He is the son of Stephanie and Lavelle Colvin, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communication of Science and Technology. Jonah plans to spend a lot of time with family as he starts his career as a software engineer at U.S. Bank back home in St. Louis. Alongside that, he is looking forward to pursue a real estate opportunity. Jonah Allen Payne. Arielle Pearson of Nashville, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Wyandria Arnett, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. She will work in Nashville for a year before going to grad school. Arielle Pearson. Jalen Priestley of Chicago, Illinois. He is the son of Cynthia Priestley, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Law, History and Society, and Psychology. After struggling for 4 years, I can be proud of the resilience and growth I've shown throughout my Vanderbilt tenure and the degree it got me. Jalen Priestley. Jordan Kiara Purcell of Atlanta, Georgia. She is the daughter of Lysandra and Kevel Purcell, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Gender and Sexuality Studies. Jordan's professional interest is in providing education and community resources around sexual and reproductive health, especially for Black women and LGBTQ+ people. Jordan Kiera Purcell. Spencer Hill Ray of Atlanta, Georgia. He is the son of Yvette Smith and Delwyn Ray, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Engineering Science. Spencer says, "Thank you, Vanderbilt, for all lessons, good and bad. If you're not learning something every day, you're not living." Spencer Hill Ray. Carrie Jane Raymond of Boynton Beach, Florida. She is the daughter of Linda and Gary Raymond, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. She will be continuing her studies at Vanderbilt as a graduate student in the MHS 4+1 Master's Program. Carrie Jane Raymond. Jordan Reed of Memphis, Tennessee. He is the son of Patrice and Jarvis Reed, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Jordan intends to attend law school to positively impact underserved communities. Jordan Reed. Helena M. Robertson of Cape Coral, Florida. They are the child of Barbara and Adrian Robertson, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Philosophy. Helena says, "This fall, I start a PhD in clinical psychology at Florida State, studying minority stress and intersectionality. I plan to study the effects of LGBT, identity, race, and ethnicity on mental health." Helena M. Robertson. Cameron V. Robinson of Mobile, Alabama. He is the son of Shantae and Fletcher Robinson, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. He says, "When I stepped foot onto campus, I wanted every step that I made to be a step of integrity, change, and Black excellence, and I'm truly grateful for such a wonderful opportunity." Cameron V. Robinson. Heaven Russell of Nashville, Tennessee. She is the daughter of Christiana and Eric Russell, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English and Sociology. Heaven will be attending the University of Chicago and pursuing a master's degree in sociology. Heaven Russell. Jason Scott Jr. of West Memphis, Arkansas. The son of Jason Scott Sr. and Tiffany Webster, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. This fall, Jason will serve as a clinical research assistant at McLean Hospital of Harvard Medical School before continuing to medical school to pursue his dream of becoming a physician. Jason Scott Jr. Jada Judith Sherrod of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Stephanie and Herbert Sherrod, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and French. Jada says, I will be working as a medical device sales representative for Gamard Scientific. Jada Judith Sherrod. Olivia Dean Simmons of Rockledge, Florida. She is the daughter of Oliver Simmons and Carla Adams, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. Olivia says, thank you, Vanderbilt, for taking an academically shy girl from Rockledge, Florida, and giving her the knowledge and skills to be a force to reckon with in the future. Anchor down and go doors. Olivia Dean Simmons. Victoria Yvonne Singleton of Irmo, South Carolina. She's the daughter of Gail and Brian Singleton, receiving her Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering. Victoria hopes to pursue a career in the consumer goods or materials industry, and says, I am grateful for all the friends and memories I have made over the past 4 years. Anchor down. Victoria Yvonne Singleton. Olubemisola Angela Shoyebo of Lawrenceville, Georgia. She is the daughter of Perry and Olu Shoyebo, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society and Psychology. After graduation, she plans to further her education with a dual Juris Doctorate and Master in Public Health degree at Louisiana State University's Paul M. Herbert Law Center and School of Public Health. Olubemisola Angela Shoyebo. Naomi N. Theuri of Nairobi, Kenya. She is the daughter of Monica Theuri and Dayton Wagombi, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Naomi says she is still figuring out her next steps. Naomi N. Theuri. Taylor Nicole Thompson of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Wendy Thompson and Paul Thompson III, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Human and Organizational Development. Taylor says, we made it. Taylor Nicole Thompson. Anana Ajua Adila Upton of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Kiela Smith and Tyrus Upton, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Child Development. Anana will be attending Vanderbilt University School of Nursing to receive her MSN in the Pediatric Primary Care Nurse Practitioner specialty. Anana Ajua Adila Upton. Ryan Amari Botters of Stone Mountain, Georgia. She is the daughter of Jonathan and Vanessa Botters, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies and French. After graduation, Ryan will be moving to Miami to join the Leadership Development Program at Restaurant Brands International, the company that owns Burger King, Popeyes, and Tim Hortons. Ryan Amari Botters. Amira Tahama Vivret of Oswego, Illinois. She is the daughter of Shalonda Vivret and Ricky Vivret, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society and Sociology. After graduation, Amira will be pursuing a master's degree in Medicine, Health, and Society at Vanderbilt University. Amira Tahama Vivret. Morgan Camille Wiley of McDonough, Georgia. She is the daughter of Latanya and Morgan Wiley, receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society and Spanish. As a Teach for America Corps member, Morgan will work to expand educational equity for all students. Morgan will also be furthering her education by pursuing a master's degree from Johns Hopkins. Morgan Camille Wiley. Sonia Williams of Detroit Royal Oak Township, Michigan. She's the daughter of Elizabeth and Jerome Williams, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Human and Organizational Development. Moving forward with grace, positivity, and a worn, full heart. Her companions are humor and hope. She says, "Thank God for blessings given to me. Thank you, family, for being my blessing. I love you." Sonia Williams. Nia Iman Wilson of Chicago, Illinois. She's the daughter of Sharita Ellens, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Medicine, Health, and Society. In the fall, I will attend the University of Chicago to pursue a Master of Social Work. There, she says, I will study to become a licensed clinical social worker. Nia Iman Wilson. Kevin Nyameka Ifiora of Anambra State, Nigeria. He is the son of Gloria and Kevin Ifiora, receiving a Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering. Beyond Vanderbilt, Kevin will be an associate at Boston Consulting Group in Houston. Kevin Nyameka Ifiora. Coco Karaoke of Nairobi, Kenya. She is the daughter of Mawili Karaoke, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Coco will be working as a software engineer at Microsoft, Beyond Vanderbilt. Coco Karaoke. Devlin Marian Dio Z. Ibubi of Arlington, Texas. He's the son of Mamina Dio and Jivas Moyo, receiving a Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. Beyond Vanderbilt, he plans to pursue a Master in Electrical Engineering as a GEM scholar. Devlin Marian Dio Z. Ibubi. This concludes the reading of our names for today. Congratulations to you all. You have made it. We are very proud of you. Congratulations again.
Next, we will have closing blessings from Reverend Rocky Major, who is the Assistant Chaplain in the Office of Religious Life.
Good evening. Please assume your posture of prayer. Holy God, we come before you with gratitude and thanks. Thanking you for this day you have given us, and especially for this occasion that brings us together as we celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates here today. Thank you for your grace that has allowed us, these graduates, to persevere during a time that no one could imagine. Thank you for their fortitude that gave them the strength to push forward when the world was seemingly against them. Thank you for the energy and commitment that it took for them to complete this task. I'm sure sometimes seemed impossible. Thank you for their family members and friends who provided the support and encouragement needed to finish their coursework. And thank you for their professors, advisors, mentors, and everyone else who helped them through their matriculation. I pray God's blessings follow you all as you find new journeys to travel. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May God's gentle hand guide the decisions you will make and the passions you will follow. May your hearts and lives always reflect God's love and truth, and may hope be a light within you that you carry into each new day. May divine direction pervade your heart and soul. May you be a part of the solution this world needs while always remembering you matter. Gracious God, we give thanks for what this day represents to those gathered here and those who are not gathered here, but whose spirit and love are profoundly present. We pray your blessings upon these, your children who are graduating. Bless them, dear God, with wisdom when they are inclined to be smart. Bless them with courage when they are inclined to be brave. Bless them with silence when they are inclined to speak. Bless them with speech when they are inclined to be silent. Bless them with humility when they are inclined to be self-righteous. Bless them with compassion when they are inclined to be judgmental. Bless them with openness when they are inclined to be prejudiced. Bless them with generosity when they are inclined to be tight-fisted. Bless them with perseverance when they are inclined to give up. Bless them with faithfulness when they are inclined to forget you, and dear God, bless them with the awareness that you have already blessed them with all these gifts, and it is theirs to use. God of journeys, endings, and new beginnings, through the highs and lows, the twists and turns this class has faced along the way, we have faith that your love has guided them from the moment they began up until today. We give thanks and praise for the goodness that shines in the relationships formed, knowledge learned, and memories made during their time here at Vanderbilt. Bless the body, mind, and soul of every graduate that may celebrate your glory in themselves and all creation, and use their education to build a better tomorrow. These things I pray. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rashard Peel. I am the Assistant Director of the Bishop Joseph Johnson Black Cultural Center, and we are wrapping up today's ceremony. But before we do, I want to congratulate you all once again. On behalf of the BCC, we are so extremely proud of all that you have accomplished to get here today. So it's important for me to let you all know and give you all a reminder that today is not the end of anything. It's only the beginning of a long string of accomplishments that you will have that will be worthy of congratulations. The beginning of a journey in the pursuit of your dreams. The beginning of the legacy that you will leave for future generations after you. The beginning of the change that you will make in this world. So we want you to embrace this new beginning. Embrace this moment. Be excited to embark on this new journey and know that we are so proud of you and excited for that next part of your experience. Congratulations once again. As we close, I would like to acknowledge all of the support that we have received to make this event possible. I would like to first thank Reverend Rocky Major of the Office of the University Chancellor in Religious Life. Give him a hand, please. I would also like to thank Dr. Otis McGresham of the Project Safe Office. I would like to also thank our outstanding technical crew who worked on all the amazing audio visuals that you all have seen here today. I would also like to thank our photographer who took some amazing photos and captured these moments for you all. And finally, I would like to thank our awesome drummers who are here with us today. Again, thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone who attended today, whether you're here in person or watching this via the live stream. Thank you all. And congratulations to the class of 2021. Good night, everyone. If you all could please stand. The ushers will process you out one row at a time.